In August 2021, on his first day full-time, Matt yelled at Leighton that he was going to show him his dick and balls, since he would probably see it at some point anyways, and then flashed Leighton, which everyone in the office laughed at, even though Leighton found it disturbing. Matt and Ryan use the N-word with the hard R often around the office. He mentioned how when you join SuperMega as an employee, there's a joke that gets told by Matt and Ryan that Chuck E. Cheese has a middle name, and the punchline is the N-word. Ryan also would write the N-word on a sticky note, hard R and all, and would put it on Justin's computer as he edited to shock him, but would destroy the note if he saw Leighton come anywhere nearby. This happened multiple times! Is this just like a gigantic community of schizophrenics writing stuff to each other online? I don't mean people with managed schizophrenia. I mean people with schizophrenia who are then like, oh, I'm going to do as many psychoactive substances as I possibly can. The full Extreme Drunk Mario Kart video has footage so bad that they could never release the unedited version. He didn't elaborate on this as much as I hoped, but he did mention that at some point Matt and Ryan measured each other's bare assholes in front of Leighton as a bit, which made him uncomfortable. This has to be a joke, right? Is this real? I think he's just upset that he'll never have an asshole as big as Ryan's. His orifice will forever be known as inadequate and unaccommodating. Sometimes the truth hurts. We're not going to watch the whole of the SuperMega drama, okay? We'll look at a little bit of this. If it's juicy, we continue watching. If it's not, we go back to dealing with our colony.
I don't know. I just sorry to like kind of like start over with that, but SuperMega was a dream job for me.
Yo, is this going to be the new thing where it's like, I want my follow or my dono to be baked into this historical drama stream? I would have followed him. If he was gonna like cry and talk shit, I'd follow him to have my name pop up on this video forever. That's so good.
I say that I loved.
Why is he crying? Did they change the Fortnite dance? Amazing.
Like I couldn't believe that like I had this opportunity. And so, like, I began production. I started the SuperMega Mart for them. And
this is a guy who worked with SuperMega, and this is the guy that Lex went to because she knew he was fucked up too, and she was like, he'd believe me. What even is SuperMega? I actually don't know. Just seems like a gang of rapists, psychopaths, and people with borderline personality disorder, which is why it's fun to watch. I guess they make videos or something? I don't know.
Starting from then, it went from like once a week to every few days to every day I was in the office. I went to the office every day. I was there before everybody. I was there after everybody. I wasn't an employee. I was a contract artist. And I loved my fucking job. I loved what I got to do with those guys. I come from the Midwest. I come from the St. Louis area where like, you know, like I was called the F slur like my whole childhood. I saw racism everywhere. Like, so I had friends growing up that I tolerated.
You saw racism everywhere? What? Because you look like Irish? What do you mean?
Because they were just they said stupid shit and I tolerated it and I just put it aside. So like I think I did that for Matt and Ryan as well. But there are things that I never did tolerate.
Wait, did he just say he tolerates racism but not other stuff? Racism or tolerate that, but there is a line.
As you can tell, I didn't plan this. I didn't plan like what I was going to say right now. So I'm trying to like chronologically give it to you guys like in the best way. So let me just go up and hold on. Let me pull up my tweet about SuperMega.
Stop.
Let's fucking go there.
He's gonna do it
because I was having a manic episode, staying at Ethan. Ethan is online, and Lex are literally like, you have no idea how much those two people mean to me. And I talked about that a few weeks ago. I tried to kill myself. Those two were with me for 24 hours basically after that, and like the true amount of friendship that.
Wait,
like,
2 weeks ago from now? Is he about to tell us how his dog died too?
So
how old is this guy? Wait, how old is this guy? Bro, no, I thought that Lex girl was like 18 tops and she was 27. He's 19? Wait, no, he has an 18 plus. He does lewds on Twitter. Bro, okay, on Instagram, he says, so this is 25. He was 25 in 2021. He's about the same age as Lex. Are you fucking serious?
I saw what happened at Creator Clash, and I was already just, I don't know, seeing those two fucking morons kiss, I was like, you guys are just trying to like, yeah, you kiss in content beforehand, but now you're just, I felt like trying to bait me to try to say something, or you're just trying to be fucking ignorant to queer, not even to bait me, I guess, but to queer bait like the world and like.
Why are you policing two guys kissing? What the fuck? No, it's the fucking, no. They kissed, and he's like, this gay man is saying two men kissing? That's fucked up. But with some absolutely the most contrived reasoning possible. Yeah, they're fucking with me by kissing. This man is saying that he's a victim of two men kissing each other consensually. When you are so gay, you become like an anti-gay 1920 conservative. He went the loop. He did a full like gay loop.
You know, it's like they kiss each other and then they can say the F slur and like do dumb stuff, because then it's like, you don't really know, like, you know, like I fool around, I've kissed a guy before, like I'm not the straightest person, type shit.
So they said
they
said the gay F word and they kissed each other. Sounds like every gay person I've ever known. Just saying.
Mind that much. Being told to go kill myself for the past few months has been pretty tough. Okay, so I tweeted out.
I've wrestled with suicidal ideation. Someone telling me to kill myself has no connection to that. I think that's something that sounds right to people who haven't dealt with stuff. You say that, and then it's something that sounds like other people have to be like, no, you poor thing. I think that's always strategic.
My
I don't think that's ever real.
A phony gay kiss for public isn't funny, and neither was/is all the homophobic shit said in private. I said that. That was my first message about SuperMega.
A phony gay kiss isn't funny. It can be. Wait. This is weird. This is like a purity test for men doing intimate things together. This is like, what is it? It's like a step towards being like, gay men need to save their sex for marriage or some shit. You're slowly creeping there. No, if you want to do gay things, you have to be in love. It has to be real. Look, I'm okay with two men kissing as long as they're truly in love and they're gonna get married and it's in the privacy of their home.
Also, by the way, you guys, when Matt and Ryan fired me, they offered me 2 months severance in exchange for a contract to never talk about them.
Did they send you a contract?
And because I'm an artist and I live in LA and I need fucking money, I signed the goddamn contract.
Oh.
And like it's called a non-disparagement. It means that if you can't say anything nice about them, you can't say anything at all. And I am so...
That's different to something more specific, but also you signed it. Yeah, I needed the money, so I signed it. Yeah, but guess what? That airflow is not standard for a contractor. In the past few years, it seems like there's been a push to make it standard, though. I guess so. Maybe by now it is. But dumping that shit on contractors, like severance for a contractor. What?
Brother, like I'm trying to like pay rent. Like I'm not trying to like get in a fucking lawsuit. I don't want drama. Like so. Basically, I tweeted in a manic state. My last tweet.
You know how you get sued? You sign some sort of perpetual non-disparagement clause and then say shit about them. What do you mean? That doesn't protect you from a lawsuit. Is he saying he thinks signing it protected him from a lawsuit? Signing it is what puts him in jeopardy of a fucking lawsuit succeeding. I mean, they can sue him no matter what, sure. But signing that shit is what puts him in real fucking danger if he ever says anything. What the fuck?
I tried to get a book signed for a young fan that attempted suicide because he was being bullied because he was gay. Instead of taking it serious, the kid was made fun of in front of me because the jokes weren't sure if he was. Basically, Matt and Ryan weren't sure if he was a fan or not. Sorry, I'm gonna make sure I read word for word. Numerous jokes.
So they gate kept or purity tested the kid like you purity tested them? Bro, can you fucking imagine if one of you guys came to me and was like, harmful, can you sign my shirt? I'm gay and I tried to kill myself. I would laugh and be like, fuck off. But then if it turned out to be real, I'd be like, oh no. Because it sounds like a way you guys would joke or try to fuck with me.
But the worst thing said was, sorry you tried to kill yourself, here's a book. I broke down crying and explained that I had been in the same position.
It's true, it's fucking weird. He tried to kill himself and they didn't immediately give him stuff. We need to teach everyone that if they say they're suicidal or try to kill themselves, they get stuff. That's the world we should live in. Stop. This is beside the point of this, but I don't know. Am I like the only person who feels if you're trying to do media shit and you succeed by joining a pre-existing organization, that's settling. That's going, I want the money more than I want to actually do this legit. That's like day job territory rather than something special. Is that just me? Is that just me being an autist? Because it's no longer like you doing shit, it's you being a cog in someone else's machine.
So that's what I said. I made that tweet. And when I made that tweet, I was given so much love. I was given for maybe an hour. I felt so good and respected, and I felt like people were trusting me. And
I got that hit of love and respect, but just for an hour. I need more time to stream.
But then SuperMega tweeted, and then it went from me being proud of myself to me wanting to kill myself because I felt like I ruined my career by talking about what they did to me. Because they fucking lied. Because Matt Watson's a liar, and Ryan McGee's a liar, and Jim's a fucking liar. They're terrible people. I fucking hate those guys. They were really bad people to me. SuperMega, the next thing is, they tweeted out, and they said, we are aware that our ex-employee Leighton Stollard has made a statement about us accusing us of homophobia behind the scenes. We want to state unequivocally that no one at SuperMega believes that certain people are better or worse based on their sexual orientation. From the beginning, we have always supported the LGBTQ+ community openly and will always continue to do so. Last month, we made the difficult decision to let Leighton go. We were surprised that Leighton chose such a broad brush to paint his past experience with our company. The jokes we made were playing along with Leighton's bits on the channel. And, sorry.
Oh, bro. You're fucked. Even if it's true the bits came from their side of stuff, you're done. You fucking moron. You admit to going along with it being happy and being a key point in it. Their defense is that they were just going along with the gay guy. You lose. You lose. You're a fucking idiot. You lose. You lose. They win. What were they going to do? Bro, what were they going to do? Say, sorry, we should have called out the gay man. No, they're not going to say that. They talked about what's in their mind and what's in their heart. They said, we always support it. We're always on your side. We were just going along with Leighton. Oh, wow. Okay, so with this guy, he's accusing them of saying slurs. He's saying them kissing is wrong and they shouldn't kiss each other. I think that's it so far. And then Lex Updog is not accusing them, stating that what definitely did happen, i.e. them not making a post calling Dawn a rapist, is bad and they should make a post officially accusing Dawn because then people would believe her.
All the jokes we made were within the boundaries he set. We've had many meetings to discuss communication and feelings with Leighton, most notably 2 separate meetings within the last 6 months.
If he doesn't say, if it's anything other than him saying we didn't have those meetings, he's done. It's over.
We've had many meetings to discuss communication and feelings with Leighton, most notably 2 separate meetings within the last 6 months to make sure we were not crossing any boundaries and that he felt comfortable around the office. On both occasions, Leighton assured us that he had no problem with the jokes and that we were all on the same page in terms of the satirical nature of the bits.
Bro, if you don't immediately challenge that and say that's a total lie and nothing like that happened, this is scumlord territory, and I agree he should be sued.
We stressed time and time again that if any joke ever made him feel uncomfortable, we would, of course, stop making them and apologize. As well as professionally, also reached out to Leighton privately many times through his employment at SuperMega and received the same response. He didn't mind. Wait, is there an ad? Oh, I'm sorry, everyone. I wish I could turn that off. I really do. I don't want to try to seem like I'm trying to monetize anything.
I don't want to seem like I'm monetizing anything. Oh no, did he just accidentally phrase things exactly how he feels? I don't want to seem like I'm monetizing anything. I don't want to monetize this.
That they had reached out to me many times through his employment at SuperMega and received the same response. He didn't mind and insisted it was all in good fun. He never said he was uncomfortable with the humor, asked us to lay off. We take any issues our employees have with the company seriously. We care about the people who work for us.
Reminder, this is a 27-year-old. He's 4 years younger than me.
Also tweeted about a situation in which we supposedly laughed and wouldn't sign a book for a young victim of suicide attempt. This is a distorted retelling of what actually happened. A person close to Leighton asked him if we could sign a copy of our book to give a young person who had attempted suicide after being bullied for their sexuality. We of course agreed. We each signed our names and wanted to add a personal note, so we inquired further. It turned out that the person was not familiar with SuperMega in the slightest. I didn't say that. Leighton claimed in his tweet that the person was a young fan, but we were...
You didn't say that? Didn't they say an acquaintance of... Wait, is the kid who tried to kill himself an acquaintance of Leighton? Or was... When he said it earlier, I thought the kid was there talking to them.
We raised concern about the appropriateness of sending merchandise of our channel to someone in that situation, skeptical that it would come across as vain or self-insertive. These concerns were misread as jokes at the expense of the situation instead of legitimate worries.
This sounds real. What Leighton is reading out makes it sound like what they're saying is true and what he's saying is false. His characterization of them joking, like, is he even a real fan? Versus their claim that they were making sure he's a fan because they don't want to be like, someone tried to kill themselves, we're going to send them merch as a PR opportunity. And they were like, we don't want to do that. Is he really a fan? That sounds real. That sounds more real than this.
We had a long conversation with Leighton to resolve any miscommunications, and we still offered to sign the book for him. Any misplaced feelings were set aside, and we resolved the issue with a hug. Those who know us know that we have a history with suicide and take it very seriously.
Leighton, bro, stop reading this. You're making yourself sound like a fucking prick. Are people listening to this and going, oh, Leighton, no. You just owned yourself by reading this. What are you doing?
We admit that we are two immature dudes who can be sophomoric when it comes to comedy. However, we have never used humor to mask actual bigotry. While we have been irresponsible with the style of humor, there is never any hatred in our hearts. And stemming from someone's sexuality, race, gender identity, etc., we always try our best to make sure that the people around us feel comfortable. We'd like to end this by extending a public apology to Leighton for any of the times he has felt uncomfortable with our jokes. We felt that this was important to us. We ask that nobody harass Leighton. We wish him the best moving forward.
They're having multiple meetings with him to see what he's okay with, what he's not okay with, making sure everything they've done is okay. And then when there was something he said he was uncomfortable with, they made a public apology to him. What fucking more can they do other than stop being who they are and get off the internet? What the hell is this? You're going to address what they said there? This is, if he is not a genius, an absolute god-level rhetorician or something, he's about to just flounder after. We just watched him put his dick in a blender and he's about to press on. He needs to do some magic right now. Otherwise, he just destroyed himself.
Let me just break down their tweet for you guys real quick, and then I'll tell the rest of my super mega story. I'll get to it. I'll talk. I will literally mention every employee. I will talk about my experience with every single employee of super mega. So the claims in their videos and
it's like, don't leave, guys. Don't leave. I'll drop dirt on everyone. Don't leave. Don't leave.
Things like here's. The jokes that they made in videos I was okay with because they were in videos. I knew what it was. I knew it was content. So that was always fine. My issues are things that just weren't on camera. We did have 2 meetings. When they said they had many meetings with me, we had 2. And basically...
Oh no. Oh no. They had 2 sensitivity meetings with you, bro. Unless... Okay. No, we can go harder. I said if he says the meetings happened, he's done. He has to say right now, we had 2, sensitivity look after my feelings meetings, and all they did was yell the F slur at me for half an hour each time. It has to be some shit like that. If it's, I didn't feel comfortable challenging them or something, it's like, no, bro, that's on you.
I was telling these fuckers constantly about my BP1, my bipolar 1, and BPD, and my paranoia and how...
They had sensitivity meetings with me, but what they didn't account for was the fact that I'm fucking crazy. So it doesn't count.
How I literally feel like every person in my... Matt was the first person to fucking talk about that. I hadn't really made my mental health a fucking thing publicly, and then I'm streaming one day, and then Matt, it was someone in my chat just was like, hey, Matt said on the podcast that he's going to take away your fucking lithium. I have bipolar 2, or something like that, along the lines of that. And I played it off on stream, but afterwards,
if hold up, I'd totally say I'm going to take away someone's lithium as a joke. However, if they were fully aware that he's bipolar and that he takes lithium, and that was like a serious leak, this is a point this guy has. Take this point, expand. What he needs to do now is expand. Show that the guy who said he's going to take away your lithium knew that you take lithium. Argue that he said it because he knew you're on lithium and not as some sort of joke about your personality. And you've got something. And that information is not in any way public. You have to state that you never made that public in any way. Yeah. Shiffy. I'm not necessarily talking about what's absolutely true. I'm talking about what he has to do to be effective and, like, score points.
When I was fired, fucking Jim blamed my BPD on why I hate him. I hate him because the fucker sucks. Tried to constantly, like, go over me to do my job before me, like, it seemed like above me, but then also the dude would just sit at his desk all day making stream assets for himself or, like, do a tweet or two, for Super.
Did he say when that happened? Because I wanna crawl Leighton's social media to see if he ever talked about bipolar.
I hated Jackson because I did Jackson's job for him for fucking months before I was ever, like, I was never paid for it. I was never given a pay raise for it. Like, I was given a pay raise with SuperMega, but that was because we had agreed on me.
Oh, if you're a fucking contractor and there are people trying to fob work off onto you, don't do it. Simply do not.
But it's like when Jackson was fired, they literally just offloaded all of his responsibilities onto me with, like, and just, like, was like, all right, Leighton, that's it. You just keep doing Jackson shit for him. So, Jim was just, like, the opposite of Jackson, where instead of, like, not doing shit at all, the dude just...
I do not agree at all, Pollikins. You mean if they're, like, to fucking clean the floor? You've been contracted as a graphic designer, and then they're like, oh yeah, Jason's gone. He's not going to clean anymore, clean the house. No. Only within the bounds of what you've been hired to do. It sounds like Jackson's responsibilities are separate to what he's been contracted to do. Although maybe it isn't. If it's like Jackson's doing one thumbnail, I'm doing another thumbnail, and whatever. It depends how it's dealt with. If you're able to put in more hours, like if you're given more work that you can do, and if that means you end up working more hours. But if it's like more stuff and you have to cram it in the 9 to 5, you can be a contractor and almost functionally identical to an employee. Contractors often are like doing 9 to 5. But not only on the part of the contractor, but on the part of the employer, you actually have to be careful that they don't become a de facto employee. And I believe dropping other stuff on them can risk that.
So
if it's
outside
of the purview of what he's contracted to do.
That the environment at the office would be, since last year, like last summer, anytime I would come into the office 5 days a week, pretty much here's how the operation would work. If I come into a room where everybody's in, they're laughing, they're joking, if I join the conversation, if I sit in and I listen, I'm fine. But if I start talking and I actually involve myself, either the group circles in closer, so I'm not in the actual physical circle, someone will talk over me until I shut up. Someone will say a joke like "you're gay," or stuff like that, because it's funny.
It is funny. Bro, Leighton, you prick! You just did it and made me laugh. You made the joke of "you're gay," and you made me laugh. You did it. You want to see it again?
Someone will say a joke like "you're gay," or stuff like that, because it's funny. But people would either get
he is laughing as well.
Pretty much, here's how the operation would work. If I come into a room where everybody's in, they're laughing, they're joking, if I join the conversation, if I sit in and I listen, I'm fine. But if I start talking and I actually involve myself, either the group circles in closer, so I'm not in the actual physical circle, someone will talk over me until I shut up.
So there's a room with a circle of people, and he gets into the room, and the circle gets tighter and tighter. No matter how much he tries to join the group, the circle, they just get smaller and smaller. I don't believe it.
Downplayed or ignored or talked over or just... I was given this, like, petty treatment.
That's Disney's Fantasia
these guys clearly
stuff.
fucking hate me because they're doing this to me every day. And then I ask them why they hate me and if they have issues, and they're like, we're good with our issues. We just need to communicate more. But yet they keep fucking doing this shit to me. They kept... Literally, these people in front of me would, like, imagine, like, the people who you think are your best friends. Now imagine all of them in front of you making plans to hang out with each other after work all the fucking time and not inviting you. And it's not like I felt entitled, like I had to be involved. But
then why would you be upset? Oh, I didn't feel entitled. I was just destroyed, and I expected it to happen, and it didn't happen, so I was upset. But I wasn't entitled, though.
It literally felt like petty shit that they were making plans in front of me because they all knew that they were my only friends at the time, like, around. Like, my other friends also do content, and they're very, very busy with their jobs, so those guys I saw the most. So they would be making plans to go do shit after work in front of me, and then not ask me if I wanted to go.
This is, again, the wild thing. Like that Legs Up dog lady, she drops the bomb of, this man tried to brutally rape me, and then she goes on to talk about every other thing as being more important to her. Makes it seem like the other extraneous shit is real and the rape isn't. And what she actually cares about is the extraneous shit, and the hook is that. He's doing the same fucking thing where he's like, oh, my boss, who I was contracting for, leaked my private health condition. And then they were all making plans to have fun together and didn't invite me. That is fucking crazy. That is so weird. Because if the first thing's real, that's a nuke. That's a fucking nuke. That's a nuclear warhead. But it just...
And then it happened so much that I truly feel like it was on purpose.
Yes, they did decide to hang out together on purpose. Yes, they did not invite you on purpose. I can't imagine why.
So they gaslit me for 4 months about Ryan's birthday party. That's fucking real.
They gaslit me for 4 months about Ryan's birthday party. Is this the same birthday party that Lex Updog was like on the balcony smoking weed at, and he was like, "Why are you in such a mood on my birthday?" Is that Ryan's birthday?
So basically, if you guys saw Lex's video, which I should have said this earlier,
okay, Lex's video.
Please, if you guys are willing to listen to me, please, I swear to God, please go watch Lex's full video. The courage that it took for her to come out and say everything is insane. It is so vulnerable, and I'm so proud of her. So please, please, if you're willing to listen to me.
So please, like and subscribe.
For Ryan's birthday, I was trying to involve myself because I thought he was one of my best friends, and it was his birthday, and I didn't want my friend to be alone on his birthday, but he kept telling me he was going to do nothing that night. And then I hear from Lex and Rav, one of them accidentally said that they had a party that night to go to, and I thought that was fucking weird. And so, again, my paranoia is going, but then I'm telling myself, no, it's just bipolar, because the people that I think are my friends are telling me that nothing's wrong. They're telling me that they're my friends. What I think I'm seeing and what I think I'm watching is these people are alienating me on purpose. And I think Ryan has a birthday party that's pre-planned, because I'm pretty positive every fucking person I know has plans tonight. And also, oddly enough, why are no of my friends that are all content creators not posting on social media? Something's up. I really just was like, something is just fucking up right now. And I was just telling my boyfriend, and he, encouraged me to take my medication to help ease.
Oh, fuck.
My paranoia to calm me down, because...
Oh, I'm sorry.
Then late that night, I get a text, and it's like, hey, really fucking random. Everyone has just miraculously showed up to Matt's house for a little quick get-together for Ryan McGee for his birthday party. But it's not a party, super casual hangout, come over, not a party. So I booked an Uber, and I go over to Matt's house, and I get there, and everyone just fucking stares at me.
I know what I'm gonna say, but I need him to finish this first.
So I go and spend the whole night out on the patio smoking with Lex and Rav because they were the only fucking people that were nice to me.
All the crazy guys doing weed? Bro.
That party bothered the absolute shit out of me. I knew it was a party. I don't know how else to explain it, but I knew it was a party.
The 10
and
subs.
I could tell. But also, it's my fucking paranoia.
Wait, is that Rav? Wait, is that the boyfriend of Lex? Is that him?
And so I can't tell, dude, I'm back and forth with myself. I can't tell, and I knew that they were
Bro,
torn.
don't give the person who's backing up your story money publicly. Are you fucking insane?
Because Matt and Ryan were giving them the opportunity to stay at the office. So,
do you know what,
bro,
do you know what the appearance of impropriety is? Even if you're just doing it because you feel good that he's saying the truth, you can't be publicly being like, yes, say that, here's $50. Because then it degrades the trust in you. Yeah, snorters. I think, because he was saying they were gaslighting him. He's saying they were gaslighting him, they planned a party and they didn't tell him. And they told him they weren't planning anything. I think is his point. It's not gaslighting. Gaslighting is a thing. Very rarely when people call something gaslighting is it gaslighting. Gaslighting is less about you telling someone stuff that isn't true or tricking them into believing something that's false. Because that, my friend, is just lying. Gaslighting is deliberately doing things, including lying. The point of the gaslighting isn't that you trick them, it's that you make them doubt themselves and feel crazy. Do you want to know what happened here? They didn't want this fucking loser at the guy's birthday party, so they told him there wasn't a party.
Like Lex and Rav are the people that, when you're hanging out with them, they're always the ones contributing all the weed. They're the ones that are ordering Uber Eats, and then they pass you their phone, and you're like, no, I'm not really hungry. I don't want to get anything. I can't afford it right now. And then they're like, instantly, they look at you like you're fucking stupid for assuming that you have to pay them back. They would just be like, no, we're boys. I got you. I've been in Zion National Park all fucking week. I got 6 hours of sleep for 3 days. Yesterday, again, 6 hours of sleep, so, well, like, throughout the whole week. And so a fucking tarantula chased me out of my tent. And so yesterday, the night before last, I didn't sleep in my fucking tent because of these tarantulas. And so I sleep in my car without AC, and I'm dying in that bitch.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't think the tarantulas were real. Leighton, are the tarantulas still in the room with you now? Also, if you're in the US and a tarantula's coming after you, who gives a fuck? None of them can really do anything to you. Unless you're in South America and it's real big, like a bird eater or something. But otherwise, who cares?
And that I had done something to bother them. Plus, they feel that because of my BPD and bipolar 1 that I'm an emotional person. And so for them, it was the easiest for them to avoid talking to me about things because they didn't want to get me emotional.
Are they wrong?
So, like, basically, every time I would talk to them to tell them my issues, they would almost make me feel like it was my fucking fault. And it beat me down to the point where I just decided, moving forward, when these guys say, are our jokes okay? Or moving forward, like, it'd be like they'd be checking in for themselves, but not actually really checking in.
So they had meetings with you to see if what they were doing was okay. And he went on this massive tangent just to say, yeah, I told them everything was fine. Despite multiple times them checking with me that I thought everything they were doing was okay and they wanted to make sure everything was okay. That was a trick.
You guys, like, I had to move because my landlord wouldn't re-sign my lease. And because Matt and Ryan were my friends, I was complaining to them about how I needed, like, thousands of dollars to be able to move. Because it was going to be, like, I don't know, between, like, 9 and, like, 11 grand to move. Because I had to pay off my current lease and I had to, like, put a deposit down on a new place. And there was only one place that approved me. And my credit was so bad that I couldn't apply to more. And so I'm telling the boys about how I'm panicking because I got to try to find enough commissions ASAP to pay that off. And Matt just goes, betterhelp.com. Well, sorry, not betterhelp.com. He goes, upstart.com/super. He reminded me that the channel was sponsored by upstart.com.
Betterhelp.com? Would it be? That's fucking good. He should have said that.
So I got an upstart.com loan at a 37% rising interest because that was my only fucking option, because it was either get a loan or I don't have a place to live and I have to move back to Illinois.
Wait, so you took his advice? You went with it and it worked?
And I don't want to lose my job and work, or they would still let me have my job. I would just be working remote. But, like, I didn't want to work remote.
Sorry, wait. Was there a solution that was working remotely and he's like, my entire life is fucked, everything's falling apart. Oh, I could have just worked remotely, but I don't want to work remote, so, my entire life was fucked and... Wait, so the linchpin is you just not wanting to work remotely? Isn't the usual thing people would kill to be able to work remotely? Isn't that the desired fucking thing? And normally they're told no? And he was like, I'm just gonna fuck myself into the ground financially because I don't want to work remotely, even though I've been offered that? That's insane. That's insane.
I know you guys want to know about the sign book for the kid. Mm. So let me start with that. This one's gonna be hard to talk about. Okay, for context, when I was in middle school in 8th grade, I kissed a boy and let a friend take a video of me kissing this boy for fun, and we sent it to a girl that was our friend because it was funny. We didn't know that she was going to send it to everyone in my fucking school. I go to school the next day and everyone's looking at me. I was the new kid that was actually accepted this time because the previous school I wasn't. So, like...
What does this have to do with the book? Notice the thing backing up how bad anything anyone does is completely unrelated events in these people's lives. They go, here's why this thing was so bad. 5 million things that have nothing to do with the person they're trying to make you hate.
I show up to
just
school
spamming.
And
my dog died.
Fucking hated me. I was getting bullied so hard, getting told to go kill myself. I got shoved. Like kids were so fucking mean to me. My best friend was so fucking mean to me. I got bullied so hard with this kid telling me to go kill myself. And he was Muslim, and I yelled out and explained, like, he was calling me the F slur and telling me to go kill myself and, like, calling me all these slurs and things.
What's about to happen?
I was like, imagine if, like, right now I was calling you, like, doing what, like, Southern people do and call anyone Middle Eastern or anything. Like, they call someone, like, a terrorist or shit. Because, like, I tried to get on his fucking level and tell him that, like, you don't see me saying that shit to you, just spewing hate speech. And my school took that and said, oh, you called this kid a terrorist. Sorry, you definitely deserve all that bullying you just got. So no one's getting suspended. You're in trouble, buddy.
Guys, I'm a victim. By the way, there was this one time I called a kid a terrorist because he's Muslim. It's nuanced though. Everything I do, yeah. I did. Look, technically, I called the kid a terrorist because he's a Muslim, but it's nuanced. It's nuanced. Anything anyone else does ever is nuanced, and it's all to hurt me, and it's all a plot against me. But that time I called a Muslim kid a terrorist because he was a Muslim, look, that was self-defense. All right, you gotta understand.
So from that moment, I started skipping school because I knew that my school didn't care about me, and then I got held back. And my principal told me, this man looked me in the eyes as a 14-year-old and told me, I can't help you for things that you choose to do. And he was talking about me being gay.
No, he fucking wasn't. No fucking way. True, talking about skipping school. Or maybe he's conflating taking film of yourself kissing someone and sending it to someone else with simply being gay. I don't trust what he's saying at all.
Instead of going back to class, because I lived a few blocks away from school, I ran home and I tried to kill myself. And I hid it from my mom. So, like, that's the worst fucking time of my life. And I explained that to Matt and Ryan in detail, like I've just did to you guys. And, you know, they dealt with Daniel. So, like, they could relate. But at the same time, they would make jokes about Daniel. Like, they make comments like, I can't give you an exact, like, example, but, you know, like, one of the guys would just, like, yell off in the back and be like, oh, like Daniel. Or, like, you know, like, and when they would do it, I would say, wow. Or I would make a comment because
wow!
This sounds so fucking stupid to cry about, but, like, they used to make comments at the office because they knew how bad their jokes were. That they would make comments that someday I was going to come into the office and shoot up the place.
Wait, they knew how bad their jokes were. They made jokes about you coming into the office and shooting it up because they knew how bad their jokes were. Not because you, Randy Stair actor-like winner 2023, give off massive mass shooter vibes. Not because of that. Okay.
So, like, I put up with it. Like, I wanted them to like me so bad. Like, I just wanted them to like me. Like, I let the jokes go. I let everything slide because I wanted these guys to fucking like me. They know about my past with me trying to kill myself and being held back and being bullied when I was a kid. My mom calls me one day last fall, and she tells me, hey, my friend at work, her young son just got...
Did his story about the video his friend took getting passed around, did that lead into anything or come from anything? He just dropped it. He just dropped that story just as like an emotional splash. Just to make people feel a certain way. I guess it's connected to like what he feels about suicide. Yeah, it's like this is why suicide impacts me especially. But the relevance, well, it's like you're upset that they didn't read your mind. They asked you for your input and you said no, everything's fine, at least twice. And now you're complaining that they didn't know what was in your head. Even if they were dickheads, guess what? Your behavior and your choices make that unclear. Negate that.
Exposed for being gay, and he was bullied, and he tried to kill himself. And right now he's in the hospital. His family was working on like redoing his room and doing like a care package and all this shit for him to like...
Want to know something cool? Here's a cool meme, Hexathian. Their friend isn't going to be upset by them mentioning him as a joke or as part of a joke. He's dead. The only people who would realistically be upset are people who were close to him, which Leighton isn't. Leighton has now made it possible for the people who were close to their friend who killed himself to hear that they were saying that and thus be harmed by it, when previously that couldn't have happened.
Show him how loved he was. And
there's a cool one to consider.
When I came out, I wasn't accepted at home. I was so fucking alone. I'll say it, fuck it. My dad told me he'd kill me if I ever turned out to be gay. It's like, so like, it's hard for me to handle that. So when my mom tells me that this kid had this happen, it just put me back in that situation and I wanted to help. She said that his family knew that he loved YouTube comedy, but they couldn't confirm if he was a fan of SuperMega.
Wait, his family told her that he liked YouTube comedy, but they couldn't confirm that he was a fan of SuperMega. Oh, hey there, kiddo. You ever watch SuperMega? This is bizarre. This is really weird.
That they just didn't know, but they knew he liked YouTube comedy. So my mom just, you know, my mom has the best one. My mom instantly, like, you know, she's like, yes, I can get Leighton to get some merch, get him a book. Like, we have to help him. So I got the merch ordered for the kid without talking to the boys first. But I come to them. They're both sitting in their desks.
What did your mom do to protect you from your dad who said he'd kill you if you turned out to be gay? What's the story there? You can't just leave it like that and then say your mom's the best.
I asked Matt and Ryan to sign this book, and I start telling them the story, and they instantly just like go the fuck off on these stupid fucking jokes. Like they instantly go, "Why are we doing this? He's not a fan. Like, how do we know he's a fan?" And I was like, "It doesn't matter. Just give him."
That doesn't sound like a joke. That sounds like a genuine concern that they're inserting themselves into a tragedy as a PR move.
Who gives a shit if he's a fan of yours or not? Like,
yeah, people do care. It would be weird as fuck. Imagine if I went to the cancer ward and I was like, "Hey kid, sorry you're dying. Here's a harmful opinions cup." That would be weird as fuck. Unless the kid watched the stream and was really into the stream and would love that. It does matter. That doesn't sound like a joke. That doesn't sound like they were joking. Especially the way he says it now. And the SuperMega guys were he read a statement at the start of his stream that the SuperMega guys said they were like, we didn't want to like intrude if it wasn't something that would absolutely be received the way it should be. They weren't joking, bro. They're just not broken in their head.
You put the book out for the public. It's not like the book's a for fans only thing, you stupid shits. Like, it was such a...
Does he think they thought it was a leak? No, it's because they're shoving their shit in people's faces. Does he genuinely not get it? No, my man doesn't understand that there are inappropriate times to shove yourself into a situation and make it about you. Is this actually this guy being incapable of understanding that you shouldn't just shove yourself into everything and make it about you? Is that why he can't see why they'd object to doing that? Is that literally what's happening here? That's absurd. That's fucking obscene.
Then they start saying shit, "Sorry, try to kill yourself. Here's a book. Why are we doing this?" And...
Yes! Yes! Because that's what it's like! No! If that's the joke he was talking about, they were joking about how crazy shoving your shit in the face of someone who's tried to kill themselves is, as effectively a form of self-promo. Yes, SuperMega are 100% in the fucking right to be like, yeah, that's weird to do, making this kid's suicide attempt about us by shoving ourselves in there, unless it's absolutely definitely something that would make it better for sure. They're just right. They're correct.
And in their tweet, how they say that, like, we wanted to write a message to the kid. My good boy, Ryan McGee, who takes suicide so fucking sensitive. Ryan, why did you fucking write Josh, Osh, Bagash? That's your fucking note to a kid who just tried to kill himself.
If the kid is a fan and I don't know SuperMega, do SuperMega do stuff like that? Bro, they were checking, is he a fan? Is he a fan? Is he a fan? You were trying to convince them he is a fan. Okay, if he's a fan, they sign it like that because that's the kind of shit they do, and the kid would like it. This is one dumb motherfucker. He's calling other people stupid. I have not seen... It's a mix of stupidity and the other problems. Let's put it that way.
Instead of being said, "Hey, there's struggles, you're gonna get through this, you're supported, you're loved. Like, we support you."
Wow, instead of just writing a generic Hallmark card message, they tried to make sure that the kid was into their channel and made a special, one-of-a-kind little comment joke thing for him. Look at those assholes.
And then they tweet out and say that they didn't, and then I'm a liar.
You know what else? If the message is some silly thing, or some bespoke message to the kid, maybe when the kid's older, he'll see that, and it will purely be a happy thing he remembers. Versus, when he's older, he goes back and looks at the book that says, "Suicide, suicide, you tried to kill yourself, suicide, suicide, keep going, things are horrible." I don't know, I'm just saying. Actually, very smart of SuperMega, to be honest.
I cried pretty hard. I raised my fucking voice. I told them how ignorant they were being. Instead of listening to me and hearing me out, Ryan McGee...
You know what would fucking rule? Imagine if that kid came out and said, "No, the book rules. SuperMega are based." Look, there's room for the kid to come out and say, this Leighton guy's crazy. Please, please, please. There's been zero mention of the child's reaction, right? Zero. None.
like in my eyes, the way that I felt like Matt was treating it was like a parent where he's like, fuck, my kid's emotional. I gotta tell them everything's okay and like nurse them down like from this. You know, they're giving me this blanket I'm fucking sorry shit that I know they don't mean. And
shut the fuck up. Listen to me. My mom told me about this kid I'd never heard of before. Take me seriously.
they just want me to stop crying and they want me to shut up. And so Matt comes over while I'm sitting in my chair and, you know, like puts his hand on my shoulder and he's like, you know, I'm sorry, man. He's like, can I hug you? And Matt and Justin both hugged me and both told me that everything was okay.
Oh, you want me to shut up because a kid your mom told you about tried to kill himself? Well, Leighton, what if I told you there are hundreds or thousands of children right now starving in Africa? I think you need to shut up. Leighton, you're going to have to sign hundreds of books for all of these starving African children.
I never fucking
shut
wanted
up
to talk to them about anything again. They made fun of Daniel. I maybe heard about 5 jokes, like 5 very clear jokes, making fun of Daniel, where his suicide was the punchline of the joke. It was Daniel killed himself. That was the punchline.
Make fun of him for killing himself. Maybe there's a reason Daniel was their friend and you're not. You're saying.
So, Matt and Ryan said in their tweet, we admit that we are 2 immature dudes who can be sophomoric when it comes to comedy. However, we have never used humor to mask actual bigotry. That is the most false, dumb shit I've ever fucking heard.
Unless you're a mind reader, you can't actually 100% say that's false. You're claiming knowledge of an internal state of theirs now, bro.
I am telling you right fucking now, whether it was day 1 of you being around Matt and Ryan or you've been around for a while, you know for a fucking fact, whenever you know them as personal people, that they make jokes that go way too fucking far when it comes to bigotry.
No, that doesn't contradict what they said. That's a whole different sentence. That's a whole different story. You thinking their jokes go too far are different to them. That doesn't count. That's an entire different thing. What they said was they don't use humor as a mask for actual bigotry. You're saying, no, their jokes go too far. The counter would be, like, I don't know, I went on his website and, like, the only thing in his, like, web history was IHateBlackPeople.com, and he was making tons of posts, and he definitely hates black people. These are not jokes. Like, he's serious. Not the jokes went too far. That's not... you thinking the jokes cross a line isn't evidence of their internal state.
When I was August 12th, 2021, I was hired full-time. I became a true member of SuperMega. That was like the coolest day ever. And then I'm walking down the hallway towards the kitchen, and Matt yells from the office in the back room that he might as well show me his dick and balls because I'm going to see it anyways. So he goes, hey, Leighton. And I turn around. You know what I mean? Like, I just think it's a bit.
Wait, is this evidence that they hate gay people or minorities or women? This isn't evidence that they hate gay people or minorities or women.
But I turn around, but the dude's dick and balls are out. And then he puts them away, and I'm like, Matthew. And then, like, everybody laughs kind of stuff. So my boss showed me his dick and balls the moment I get hired. And then my boss...
Inappropriate conduct? Inappropriate conduct? Sure. It's inappropriate conduct. Fine. This is what you're saying after... You're trying to give us an example that their humor is a mask for genuine bigotry and hatred towards, I don't know, gays, minorities, women, whatever. And your example is him showing you his dick as a joke. That's like juvenile schoolyard shit. That's like high school. SuperMega, if that really happened, yeah, you shouldn't do that. But is it that big a deal? I don't think so. Additionally, it doesn't back up what he's trying to use it to back up. That's no evidence of their bigotry.
I'm breaking a total code right here by sharing this with you guys. So technically, moving forward, you guys all know the secrets of SuperMega. So here's the thing. When you join SuperMega, you get told that Chuck E. Cheese has a middle name. These guys go, Leighton gets to find out what Chuck E. Cheese's middle name is finally. Okay. They were really excited. Matt and Ryan were. They were really fucking excited to talk about this. And then it becomes this game of like, oh, keep guessing. And like, you know, like I drop the F slur because I'm like, is it the F slur? And they're like, no, like, keep trying. And like, it was so juvenile that finally it comes to me where I'm like, oh no. And I'm like, is it the N word? And by that, I mean, I literally said That I personally, because I grew up around like constantly seeing fucking racism in the St. Louis area.
What? His video about SuperMega being so bad is him talking about how he dropped a hard R at work.
And shit, like, I don't like to use that word. I'm not trying to like sound.
That makes it crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. I was around racism, so I don't like saying it. That's why I said it instead of just saying the N-word.
Like, you know, fucking proper and shit. But like, the N-word is not my thing. I don't use it. I think it's fucking stupid.
Not my thing. It is your thing now, boy. It sure as hell is your thing, boy. You are the N-word man from here on out.
You know, if you try to make it funny, try to take the word back, it's dumb. Even whenever I was younger, like, you know, love the guy, love iDubbbz, but when he did the N-word F slur, fucking stupid. It is not a funny thing. But to Matt and Ryan of SuperMega,
the thing is, I was over the actual word. But N-word F slur is so funny because you are saying it just masked. I love that you can just say N-word F slur.
N-word, the hard R is Chuck E. Cheese's middle name. No, I'm sorry, I see that message now. So I say it or not. No, I asked them, I said, is it the N-word? Like, word for word what I just said. I didn't actually use the N-word to confirm. I said, is it the N-word? And they like start laughing.
Hold up.
And they like,
hold up.
And I'm like, is it the N-word? And by that, I mean, I literally said that. I personally, because I grew up around like constantly seeing.
Oh, wait. No. I misheard him. I have been owned. He means he literally said, I literally said that to mean I literally said the N-word, not the N-word. But he literally meant he said the N-word. Okay, fuck me. But it is weird. If he had said, quote, the N-word, wouldn't he have said, by that I literally mean I said the N-word? Or something. The thing is, his follow-up is about how he doesn't like saying it. So I think he meant he said, quote, the N-word. I think I misinterpreted because of the way he said it. And then I was confused when he was like, I don't like saying it. And I was like, then why did you say it?
N-word, the hard R is Chuck E. Cheese's middle name. Use the hard R.
That's such a good clip. I want to get the hard R is Chuck E. Cheese's middle name clip. 10% chance of if you give me money, that clip plays. Do you know how rich I'd be?
I have specifically, here's another example of it. This happened, this would happen multiple times. It even happened right before I got fired. So I'm really sorry to put my ex coworker on blast right here, because I'm going to say his name and he's going to get asked a lot about this and he's going to have to confirm it. I'm sorry, Justin, but Ryan would write the N-word, like the full word, like hard R and all. He would write the full word down on a sticky note.
Oh no, I saw this on Twitter. He'd write the N-word on a sticky note, okay?
Walk over to Justin's computer and put it right across the top of Justin's computer in perfect eyesight while he's trying to edit. And then when Justin would see it and be like completely shocked that he just has that in front of his eyes, you know, Justin would obviously make like an awkward, like, oh my God, like, you know, like he'd make a response like that. And then Ryan would get he got what he wanted from it. But every fucking time Ryan would look at me to see if I caught it, and he would always grab the sticky note, wad it up really quick, and he always got rid of it. They never stuck around. They always got rid of their evidence because
this can't be real. This is so fucking absurd that it makes me think Leighton is playing a part and that this whole stream is a bit. When I saw the sticky note, they'd always destroy it. Really, there should have been hundreds and hundreds of sticky notes with the N-word on it, but they'd always hide the evidence and destroy it when I saw it.
I'm sorry, like, even when I'm talking about it right now, like, it feels like there's supposed to be more substance to Chuck E. Cheese's middle name, but they're...
Lines I never thought I'd hear.
It's literally just these two fucking moron, goofball, dipshit bozos. Sorry, I sound like voice critical here. These fucking idiots, though, that's just like, that's Matt and Ryan's level of humor, where it is like a scale, where anything immature humor is funny to them. I had to watch these fuckers compare. Like, okay,
Yeah. Sounds about right. Is this it? They have super immature sense of humor. They have a super immature sense of humor. You're defending them. Leighton, they said we don't use our humor to mask actual prejudice or bigotry. You say, to them, anything immature is funny. You're backing up what they said. They think it's funny because it's immature, not because they hold any actual malice in their heart or hatred towards minorities. You're backing them up.
The Mario Kart, the drunk Mario video.
Holy fuck. No, I don't think I'll survive actually hearing him say this. I saw this in text. I saw this described what he says on Twitter. I don't know if I can handle hearing him say it. Bros, if I die laughing or like I just can't breathe, I love half of you and hate half of you. You have to figure it out after I'm gone.
People are drinking, and yeah, we made those drinks way too fucking strong, and that's my mistake.
In other words, you drugged them? Okay.
Only formatted for those guys to play the first 4 maps. We did all 8, and so they doubled the alcohol content that they were supposed to have.
Are you ready?
At one point, the boys decide in front of me while, like, by the way, the fucking the Let's Play room is tiny. It's a really little room. They decide that they want to compare their assholes to each other. So one at a time, Matt and Ryan decide to just pull their pants down right next to me while I just have to be sitting there on camera. And show they're literally like faces in each other's assholes, making notes. Like they're trying to do bits. Like they were pretending that I think like Matt made a bit pretending that Ryan had like toilet paper on his ass. You know, like they just did that, and I was so fucking uncomfortable that night.
Sorry, wait, hang on. Also, so the story is you got them so insanely wasted that they started playing with each other's assholes. You basically drugged them into toying with each other's assholes. Okay. Is this it?
These people are my bosses. They pay my rent. They pay my insurance for me for free, so I can see a psychiatrist and have my medication. So I try to put up with it and make the most of it.
If they're paying for him to get mental health help, they should be getting a refund. Yeah, Angry. He's presenting it like the abused spouse who can't escape because she doesn't have the resources to go live somewhere else. I was made dependent on them. I couldn't escape. Is there a big thing that happened?
Ghost_Hall donated £1. Yo, hold up. Actual wild news. This dude mentioning Chuck E. Cheese so much I got curious to find out the actual name. What I found out is Chuck E. Cheese was founded by one of the Atari co-founders. Chuck's middle name is just Henry.
No, what is it? I thought it was Charles Entertainment Cheese, but it cut off. Hang on. What is it? They're trying to silence the truth. No! His name is Charles Entertainment Cheese, but the N in entertainment stands for the N-word. It's true. Sorry to ruin the conspiracy theory. It's confirmed his middle name is Entertainment. Charles Entertainment Cheese. So we're an hour in, and so far the things they've done is told jokes he didn't like, asked him if it was all okay, and he told them it was all okay, and everything they were doing is fine. They checked with him repeatedly. They also kissed each other, and that offended him. They also looked at each other's assholes, which I guess is exposing themselves to him indecently, but also, I guess, Sibby's point of what should they expect. What's the bomb in this? Oh, the biggest thing he suggested was that they leaked to the public a private mental health issue of his. But that's been buried under all this nothing. He's doing the same thing Lex did still, yeah. Where she has an accusation of brutal, violent, physically forced rape. And then it's all about, like, my dog died and blah, blah, blah. And now this guy's making it all about a joke about Chuck E. Cheese. Why? Holy shit, Rev.
It has taken so long for me to...
My dog stepped on a bee indeed. It's that. True.
Because all I want to do is make content. All I want to do is be a gay man that can create a safe space and a true fucking community that has real people that support each other. Like, I didn't have that type of community that I feel like I really could have benefited from. And
maybe he should have taken some tips from SuperMega. Maybe he needs more butthole in his stream.
Like 50% of people with bipolar try to kill themselves, and then like 20% of people with bipolar 1, like, I think are fucking successful with it. And that's so fucking sad. And
wait,
out there.
Does he mean 20% successfully kill themselves, or 20% are just, like, successful in life? Successful with suicide or successful with bipolar? What does he mean?
I have to live with what I have, and I want to do the most that I can for a queer community. And so to be told for the past few months by queer fans that think I'm a liar was like...
So now he's a victim of gay people too. Nice.
Having young gay people on the internet believe Matt and Ryan, and then be so hurt that me as a gay content creator believing I lied. That
you didn't believe me, but we both like dick. How could you? What is this cocklust nationalism? What does he what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm risking possibly getting sued because I feel that there's shit that Matt and Ryan have done that are so not okay. And I'm
a hero, by the way. I'm brave. I'm a hero, by the way. No, you're doing it wrong anyway. What you have to do, you have to be like, you're making it so transparent that you're presenting yourself as a heroic figure. What you have to do is be like, sue me, pussy. Sue me, bitch. You know this is all true. Sue me. Then you get that message to the audience without making it so obvious that you're trying to give that message.
What I'm about to say right now, I had to type it down for myself so I can read it word for word because it's...
Leighton, you've made some strong accusations. We're gonna need you to pick out Ryan's asshole from this lineup to prove you've seen it.
But for context, when I was 15, I was raped by a YouTuber. And he told me that I was his boyfriend now, and we loved each other, and that's what we would do now. His friends found out. His friends told me I was so young and that I didn't know what just happened to me, and I didn't believe them because I thought I was mature for my age because he treated me like an adult. And I was like, no, we're fine. I was abused sexually, and it took me many years to not blame myself. And I always thought that I was the one that forced that to happen. And I felt like such a fucking idiot for...
If that's real, that's really bad. Okay, sorry that happened. How is this the Let's Players problem? I don't get it. Also, yeah, name the YouTuber.
I hated myself for allowing him to do that to me and for trusting that man. And I just thought it was so cool that he was a famous YouTuber.
A famous YouTuber. So, presumably, someone who's still a danger to impressionable young people. So you have a fucking duty to name the rapist. You're dropping this on. You're saying, I got two guys wasted and then they got their buttholes out. You're naming them. Name and shame. Name and shame having signed a non-disparagement agreement. Making you super vulnerable to liability for doing so. Super vulnerable to getting successfully sued, I mean. But there's a famous rapist YouTuber who you're aware of who you're not naming. Unless he does later.
Matt exposing himself to me the moment I got hired was so bizarre. Them showing each other's assholes all the time. Bizarre. Jokes and videos were okay because they were for the video, but certain things were not jokes and were literal harassment without my consent, like filming me pee in the bathroom twice.
Yeah, that's super bad. What the fuck? If they were privately filming you pissing, if they were filming contractors at work in the fucking bathroom, lock them up. Actually lock them away. What the fuck? That should have been minute one. That should have been minute one. That should have been minute one. These people should be in jail if this occurred. What the fuck? Should I even ban this guy? Fall Guys Pro 765 says, go watch Fall Guys Pro 765 on an account made 6 hours ago? This is the saddest thing I've seen in my fucking life. Fine, have a follow. He's actually playing Fall Guys right now. Is this real? Is this a real person or is this just like stock footage?
Hey.
He's talking! Oh no, he's talking.
Well, yes, I actually am a pro. I usually win every game. I usually win every game I play. Thank you.
Thank you, mate. Oi, mate, you don't like my accent? At least in my country you can go to school without being shot.
Okay, so we go to a bar this night, and I Matt was to a bar that night dressed as in his Bart Simpson paint still. Matt told me that I needed, well, he asked me as a friend. He said, could you go too? He's like, I can't do it alone. And I said, of course I'll go to this bar painted as Ned Flanders. Yeah, we're just in this bar getting blasted. And then at one point I go to the bathroom and I go into the stall and I close the door and I'm peeing. And the next thing that I know is that Matt's now entered my stall that I'm in, that I closed the door. And his camera is like put out in front, so he's like front facing. He's filming just my dick and balls. He's filming me pee.
Okay, that sounds fucking criminal.
I didn't know what to think about.
We went from 0 to 100 real fast. He created evidence that he did it. He filmed your cock and balls. He filmed your cock and balls. He's got evidence of sexual harassment, assault, whatever, on his phone because he filmed your cock and balls. Whatever it counts as.
Earlier in that night, he did it again. So the first time he did it was at the office, and I was in the bathroom with the door closed, peeing, and...
Yeah, he's alleging that they film contractors in the office at work in the bathroom. This is the biggest claim I've seen, by far. This is the biggest claim I've seen about them, by far, from anyone.
He just barged into the bathroom and then, like, took a picture.
Oops. But hey, but guess what, guys? If they actually did it and they had any of that footage on any of their devices, it's fucking gone now that he said all this publicly, right?
So I'm sure Matt on his phone has the picture of me painted as Ned Flanders pissing in the SuperMegaplex.
That's pretty funny, though.
I was already drunk, but again, like...
It's bad, it's sexual harassment or whatever, but it's also funny.
But I played it off because, for context, you guys, like, I don't like alcohol that much. I don't keep alcohol in my house. I experienced terrible trauma as a child due to alcoholism and drug use. Because of that, I can't be sober around drunk people. So it's either I get drunk with them or I go home. I can't be the sober one. I excused their behavior because I wasn't regularly someone getting drunk, and I was like, he's just making a big mistake and doing something really fucking stupid. But I excused it because it was Matt and I liked him and I wanted Matt to like me. So
How about when he filmed you at the office? Or I guess they were doing a drunk thing at the office. I don't know.
I just accepted personally that my boss came into the bathroom without my permission 2 times. 1 time took a photo. 2nd time just straight up filmed me peeing. I'm very numb right now.
I've become so
I'm tired.
numb.
I haven't slept well.
Can you feel me?
I didn't know that this was really gonna... I am so nervous that I'm gonna end this stream and I'm gonna be hit with a lawsuit that's gonna fucking destroy me. And also, I don't want to be remembered as someone that talks about drama because I don't want to be a...
Bro, it's over. No, it's done. That's done. That's a done deal. Signed and sealed.
I have YouTube videos that I wrote for myself back in 2015. All I've ever wanted to do is content. I won the award in 8th grade that I was going to be a YouTube sensation because everybody knew all I wanted to do was make content. I just didn't want to talk about this shit publicly. I didn't want to ruin my career because people didn't believe me. I didn't think people were going to trust me. And when I did make one comment, I was proven that no one trusted me. And they could have said, we are so sorry that we made fun of that kid. But they didn't.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't make fun of that kid. You told us what they said, and it wasn't them making fun of the kid. They were laughing at how absurd it would be to insert themselves if the kid wasn't actually a fan. Holy shit.
I met Matt and Ryan in November of 2020. January 2021, I start designing for them. August 12th of 2021, I became an employee. That day, Matt showed me his dick and balls to get it over with. And then they also...
Wait, so he wasn't a contractor?
Chronologically, so like August, I'm a part of the team. That fall, there was a moment where we had a guest in our office, and this guest was very drunk, but this guest absolutely blew my mind because it was their first experience in the office, and this person was able to perfectly capture the entire vibe and know the essence of this office, and shouted it out. And this person told them in front of all of us, Jackson wasn't there at this point. This person is just grilling that, why the fuck is this guy on your payroll? You were wasting money. He doesn't do anything. And like I said, this person's a guest that's only been around for a couple days. And just from witnessing and watching things, he shouts out and points at me and he said, fucking Leighton is doing this man's job for him. And he's your merch guy. He's like, why is Leighton your producer? Also your merch guy making 1 paycheck. And he said, fucking fire this bozo that's your friend and give Leighton that fucking salary because he's doing the work. I couldn't believe that someone acknowledged that.
By the way, going back to the thing, as a contractor, bro. If you're working on merch and you end up taking on the job of a producer, no, don't do it for the same pay. You should 100% be going after more money if you're someone working on merch designs. Take on the role of a producer. I don't believe that happened. That seems insane. Just becoming a producer because the producer isn't working hard enough. Does that happen? Other roles maybe, but the producer, the person who's making sure everything's coming together between the different departments? Surely fucking not.
I'm not a confident person. If you guys look at SuperMega content, I wore a hat in every video. I had facial hair because I didn't take care of my body and care about me because I knew my boyfriend was cheating on me, but I couldn't prove it. So I stopped taking care of myself for so long. And then I've got this fucking person in our office who just absolutely nailed the situation, put these two on blast, and then the fuckers they look at him and they go, you know what? Yeah, Jackson fucking sucks, but he's our friend and we're just scared to fire him. Like,
it's their business, dude. It's their business. They don't owe you shit. Push for more pay. Stand up for yourself or leave. Don't accept being given all this extra work. If that's untenable, it's untenable. Leave.
So having this
true snorters, a young child was able to come into the office and identify everything that was wrong. He immediately knew that Jackson needed to be gotten rid of and that I was doing the job of a producer alongside the merch. The child was 8 years old, and you know his name? Albert Einstein.
Why, like, explaining to them, like, you're a company and you're throwing away a salary. You're literally, at this point, we didn't even know the dude was embezzling money. But this guy acknowledges and says, you are throwing away thousands of dollars a month to this person who comes to work every day and just has a little bit of alcohol and just makes Matt laugh. That's all he did. Like,
yeah, and their reason is he's a friend. They can do that. They can do that. They can do that. Like, it's a bad choice. Yeah, I agree it's a bad choice. They can do that, though.
He was literally like Matt's little monkey that like just made the boy laugh, and then like that's how he earned his paycheck. And I fucking hate
as a streamer, I resent you suggesting that a little monkey man who makes other people laugh shouldn't be given a living wage. Also, I would like to mention that a mod on Leighton's channel is called Femcel Girl Boss.
This was including the two SuperMega employees that had access to money. Me and Jackson. We both had company credit cards. Matt and Ryan say they're freaking out in this group chat saying that they're looking at the money and they want to know where it went and what the fuck has happened. And so they blame Jackson and I. And they say, right now, the two of you must provide every receipt you've ever spent and prove to us that you aren't stealing from us right now. Okay. I was so fucking mad at them for accusing me of stealing. Like,
they didn't accuse you of stealing. They essentially outlined that you were a suspect and gave you the chance to clear yourself. In fact, they're specifically saying, we don't know who did this. It's possibly you and it's possibly Jackson. Show us the stuff that shows it's not you.
And I knew they were just being careful. You know, so like,
yeah.
Within maybe 10 minutes, I screenshotted and sent them every fucking receipt. I showed them everything that I spent company money on. And Matt and Ryan thanked me. They said, thank you, Leighton. And then they pinged Jackson in that chat and they're like, Jackson, heads up, where are you at? And Jackson...
Wait, is this bad? I guess maybe they shouldn't have done it like that. Maybe there's a more professional way to do it, or they should be able to look into it themselves. But I'm not seeing this as horrible.
Was missing, and then he comes back to our group and he's like, hey guys, he's like, I'm really not sure what happened. I got this thing with my dad's credit card on my Apple Pay that's a little funny. So maybe there's a slight chance I accidentally spent some company money, but, and he was like, just very formal about it. He was like, Matt and Ryan, can you please itemize the full breakdown of what I spent? And right now I'll pay it off. He's like, I'll send you guys the money just to, you know, I didn't mean that. For the next week, essentially every fucking day, I'm being told that night, no information. I'm just getting a text from Ryan saying, don't come to work tomorrow. At this point, Jim is my new friend. I met him because of his job at Chinatown Market and because we were going to do a collaboration with them.
He's probably saying it because he does loads of weed and was talking about how much weed he does earlier, right? And he was talking about how, oh, Whenever I go and hang out with Lex, it's always her who's providing the weed. She's that kind of person to hang out and smoke with.
I'm going to drive all the way to the office, and I'm going to drive past. And if Jackson's car is outside, that is confirming to me that for this past multiple days, it's just been them at the office and that he's being fired. That was just a situation. So I just figured it out. So I never knew anything about money. I never knew.
Does he not understand how serious it is to have your boss barge in on you on the toilet and film your cock and balls at work? Does he not get how serious that is? Or did it not happen, so he's not treating it as seriously as someone would if it did happen? I find it so weird that that's not the number one thing, and that there's any of this going on. This is nothing. This is goss. This is hot gossip versus mega crime.
But I found out that week that Jackson was fired. We hire Jim to take over the guy's role. And I was really hyped about it because Jim was one of my closest friends at that point. He was a new friend, but we were very close now. And instantly Jim just got so, like, I don't know, like gun-ho that the dude just started micromanaging everything. And it was beyond obnoxious. And like just had to involve himself in everything. And it went from like me being like, I'm so excited to work with my friend, to me being like, I can't stand this fucking asshole that I just happened to work with. Then the next month after Ryan's birthday, last July, we have our 4th of July party. If you guys, like I said earlier, if you have not watched Lex's video, when this is over, please, please, please go watch Lex's full video. Rue us a 4th of July party. I'm saying that these two people spent so much fucking money on everything. Like, they were grilling. Lex is a fucking... Lex loves to make steak for people. It is an honor to get steak from Lex and to have her dedicate her whole fucking day to doing this for you.
Wait, cooking a steak? I don't want no steak that's been cooked for a day, motherfucker. What are you doing?
Her and Rav bought all this crazy alcohol. We put a little pool in the backyard. Like, they threw the coolest 4th of July party at someone else's house because they were guests staying for...
They threw a party for you and bought all this crazy alcohol for you, the guy you don't like drinking, though. You were just telling us you hate drinking. You just do it if other people are drinking because you can't be around them sober. So isn't it a bad thing that they bought you alcohol? They pressured you into drinking, right? In that scenario, in the party they threw for you. That's weird, right?
They threw the coolest 4th of July party at someone else's house because they were guests staying for free, and they wanted to show SuperMega how much they appreciated the opportunity to...
That's kind of warped. Man, thanks for letting me stay at your house for free. I'm going to throw a huge party on your property. That don't feel right to me. Get them a gift. If you want to appreciate someone giving you use of their space, you get them a gift, right? So, when I went to stay in America at a friend's house, I got them a gift. Thank you for letting me stay in your house. I was here. When I was a teenager, I stayed at a girlfriend's father's house in Germany for a week on a vacation. Thank you. I got him like a nice selection box of like treat stuff. Thank you. Throwing a party, like, you don't say thanks for letting me use your stuff by making heavy use of the stuff they gave you. That just seems weird to me. Also, hang on. Let me look up lithium alcohol. I don't really know about lithium. I know lithium makes you put on a ton of weight, right? Typically. Lithium can make you drowsy, so it's best to stop drinking alcohol during the first few days of taking lithium, or if your dose is increased. If you feel okay after this, you can drink alcohol, but it's best not to drink too much, as it's likely to make you dehydrated. I don't know. I'd say that's gray. That's gray. Specifics matter too much there.
I had Japanese whiskey that night, and I'm not some, like I said earlier, because of PTSD, I have to drink if other people are.
Because of PTSD, I have to drink if other people are. That's bizarre. I thought he was going to say, I had Japanese whiskey that night, and like I said before, I don't like saying the N-word, and I'm careful. I'm scared. I'm worried that if I try and say this brand of Japanese whiskey, it will come out like the N-word, and
I got really drunk, and I ended up leaving that night. That's why I'm not included in Lex's story much from that night, because I had no fucking clue that Jim put her in a fucking headlock and did that to her.
Oh yeah. According to Lex, this Jim guy put her in a headlock and then made out with her while she was in the headlock. I guess if her head's facing him? I don't know, man.
And I told her instantly, I was like, fuck Don. Giant piece of shit. If I see him, it's on site. I would put hands on him. We support you as SuperMega, but it's not my company.
It's on site?
And the moment
You told her you would murder him? Sorry, I'm not down with the kids. On site still means kill on site, right?
But
I would pay money to see this man fight Don. From what I've seen of Don. It would be the goofiest shit. It would be the goofiest shit. Siffy, have you seen Don? No. Siffy, you don't know? Wait. You'll understand more why I want to see the fight. Let's just say that Don is enormous. Don is a very big boy. I do not believe that if Don let this guy attack him, I don't think this guy could do any damage.
When he used the word magnum opus, I was stoned. You show your cock and balls to your best friend while you drive Truck Simulator. Our magnum opus right now is cock and balls on Truck Sim. Sick. Like, fuck this victim, you know? Dare the situation pop up.
Why do they make magnum opus such a big deal that the guy said SuperMega's my magnum opus? Is that what they're using to say that there's everything lines up? Because look, everyone agrees. They said magnum opus.
Matt, again, points out, he instantly separated Don from us and says, Don is a contract employee. He's not technically not a member of SuperMega, which we all knew that. But why do we need to keep talking about that? The guy fucking abused our friend. So he goes, we don't have to fire him.
He's being so careful to say exactly what Lex said. Even down to him saying that SuperMega's his magnum opus. This is the section where he's gonna quote Lex to make it sound like they're independently reporting what he said. But it's after Lex saying it, so this doesn't matter.
I feel that like Lex didn't want to make it about everyone else and to get other people involved and to go public with like stuff like crazy. Like she just needed her friends to tell her that they loved her and supported her. I mean, here's the thing.
No. She said she wanted SuperMega as SuperMega to put out a statement saying that Don was a rapist. She said that in her video. It wasn't just that she wanted to feel supported.
Okay, Sam and Ian, I have to say this. I didn't want to name names of people that are outside the situation, but I have to just say that like dead ass, like, okay, I've known Ian since 2018. I've known Sam for 3 years now. Those are two of the sweetest and nicest people I've ever met.
How does this take so long?
And I wouldn't be here right now if I didn't have like Sam, Ian,
it's too
Rav,
fast.
Lex, and Ethan is online. Those people deserve so much love. They never doubted me. They always supported me. They always believed me.
You deserve love for never doubting me, believing me, and supporting me. Versus someone else. They deserve love for being on my side. This is like prison gang shit.
How I'd walk into a room and the fuckers would just leave. Like, I want to talk to them, but they just leave the room if I say hi to them and start joining the conversation, or they let Jim to speak over me to get me to shut the fuck up. Or one time I walk in the room and someone puts their fucking middle finger to my face. Like, imagine this right here. You're trying to talk to the group and this is going on until you just end it and you just leave. And I just went and sat at my fucking desk and said, all right, I'm gonna go fuck off now.
Yeah, that's the message.
Or there was
they were
another
giving
moment.
You.
I can say with confidence that I was truly harassed.
Yeah, because... No, but not... Wait. Whoa. When you're trying to push into a meeting and they are like, fuck off and ignore you, that's not harassment. No, that's not harassment. That's almost the opposite of harassment. Someone being like, fuck off, go away, that's like the opposite of harassment. If what you said about them bursting into the fucking bathroom to film your cock and balls is true, yes, you were harassed. 100%.
I can't just express enough how I wanted Matt and Ryan's friendship more than anything. I did anything that those guys asked of me. I loved my job and I wanted them to know it. And I wanted them to know how much I appreciated them. So I would clean Matt's house for him whenever I would go over to his house. I would do any odd job that they asked of me because I wanted them to know how much I appreciated them. So like when Matt goes on tour
crazy,
and
bro.
I'm someone
that is
tour,
pathetic.
And then keep calling Luke the merch god at the office for fucking slinging a few t-shirts at a live show.
Oh, there's the real pain, holding someone in higher esteem than him. Frustrating yourself and being pathetic doesn't make people respect you, dude.
But yet I still had to support them. I still would tell Matt congratulations on any of his music he would do. And like, these guys are being so mean to me. But yet I feel in the moments also that it's potentially my bipolar paranoia. So I can't ever tell the truth because they can't get the truth. So I have no choice but to be nice to everybody because I just don't know.
Can't ever tell the truth because I can't get the truth. I have to be nice.
I hope that makes sense. As a gay man, I can say that I was harassed at SuperMega. The gay jokes that they would sometimes...
The jokes? Bro, they busted into the toilet and filmed your cock and balls while you're at work. Your boss, your employer, busted into a private place. We have an expectation of privacy. Well, you were exposed in private in a stall, and they filmed your cock and balls. Who gives a shit about jokes? Who gives a shit about if they call you a slur? They filmed your cock and balls as your employer and bust into the bathroom to violate your privacy.
Matt completely crossed a line by filming me pee.
I'm pretty sure that you crossed a hefty illegal line, brother.
When the day came that they fired me, I knew it was coming. Justin can confirm to you guys that I was telling him for weeks leading up to it that I felt that Matt and Ryan were looking for any excuse to fire me. Especially because, well, they didn't even need it because as they had pointed out, my contract stated that they could just fire me at will. I was an at-will fire.
Oh, okay. It's confusing because at first he said he was a contractor, and then later he talked about contrasted with Don. He was an employee and Don wasn't. It was very weird.
Tuesday comes, they're not at the office again, and I'm really paranoid. I'm terrified that I'm going to lose my job and I'm going to lose my insurance. And the insurance is all I needed SuperMega for. Obviously, I need the money to pay my bills, but I need my medication. Later that week, it's basically, I think it's like maybe Wednesday, then is the next day, they tell me to come in. And I get there and I walk in the door and I just knew I was about to lose my job. So I was in and out in under, I would say, 20 minutes. I tried to explain to them some issues that I have with them, but they instantly shut me down and tried to explain to me that it's my fault. So I realized again that I was ignorant for trying to explain to them why they were wrong. So I just let them talk. And then Matt and Ryan tell me that I have to sign a non-disparagement contract if I want severance. They basically bragged to me. Like Matt and Ryan felt like they were blessing a poor person by handing them money, and but it's 2 months severance. That's genuinely nothing. By the way, they all the time for 2+ years would tell me, hey, Leighton, you're gonna be on the podcast soon. You're gonna get your own episode of the podcast. Never. When I got fired, it wasn't like they didn't say, hey, we want to send you off with a podcast and help set you up for like your own shit because we know you do your own streaming.
Why would you expect that? What? When they fired me, they didn't give me a winning lottery ticket, dude.
They were just like, yeah, you figure this out and tell people however you want. You're just done here. Just do what you want. But I didn't know that Matt was cheating on his girlfriend with a new girl that had just joined our friend group that his girlfriend was scared of and felt like was an issue.
Why does this matter?
All at this exact...
It matters, Siffy, because underneath the video Lex posted, lots of the commenters care about that.
And at the end of the night, this girl comes over, and Matt and her are just like laying on the floor really, really close. And it's like, it felt like middle school flirting and it was icky. But like, I wasn't seeing anything that was like, to me, that consisted as cheating. But it wasn't enough for me to feel like I could go to his ex and tell her at the time, well, his current girlfriend at the time, I couldn't text her and be like, hey, Matt's doing something. Plus, I didn't want to risk my fucking job,
It feels like he's saying to him it would count as cheating, but he didn't think it was like rock solid. Like, okay, there's to be very, very fair. Okay, if it's cheating to him, it's cheating to him. But like, imagine you're aware that your standards are tighter than other people's, and you didn't want it to just be tittle-tattling or like freaking her out when it wasn't really anything, or maybe you doubt it because it's such low level or something.
All that, I hope that just gives you guys signs on what I mean, where it's like these Jim was fucking insane to be
I would
so
have told his wife, but I was hoping I was next.
I could show up to work 10 minutes late and I'd get a text in the group chat being like, Leighton, where you at? Jim would and Justin and I would be sitting there, and then we see a text come through to the group chat. The boys would be like Matt and Ryan at this point, they're maybe like 10 minutes late. Jim tells our group, he's like, hey boys, I'm gonna go get tattooed today. I'll be in later. The guy probably didn't even show up that day. Jim could just be like, oh no, my friend had a bad morning, so I had to take him to lunch and take him out all day. And I
now you're coping about how much you wish you were as charismatic as Jim within that social group. Why are you dishing the tea on you not having the charisma to pull that off? I don't get it.
I always knew the racism was wrong. Anytime it happened, I called it out. I told them it was fucking ignorant. I told them their N-word jokes were dumb. They would laugh it off. They didn't care. In my eyes, I feel that they just got better at hiding their racist jokes from me because they knew that I would be the buzzkill to not go along with it. I will say this is something.
I was the silent protector of Dark Knight.
This is a trigger warning right now. This is probably the last big thing that I'm going to say because I don't know if this is out there.
Trigger warning.
But it is so important to me because it proves how terrible of a person Ryan can be when it comes to character. Ryan McGee openly misgenders a trans person in his life that he cares very much about behind their back.
No trigger warning for it. He busted in on me when I was exposed and filmed my genitals. No trigger warning for that? No trigger warning for that? But trigger warning for he said he or he said she?
McGee say, I'm going to go home to my boyfriend, or I'm going to go fuck this guy. Matt would make the jokes too. This partner is such a sweet person. I didn't know them well. I don't think they ever liked me. So we just weren't ever close. The person that they, like, literally their fucking partner is misgendering them all the fucking time.
Wait, so he wasn't jokingly pretending to be someone else and being like, I'm gonna go fuck this guy. He was saying, I'm gonna go fuck this guy with regards to the trans woman he was going to go fuck? Does this person know or not? You better, bro. You better, Leighton. Tell us what this person's response to learning about that was. Does the trans partner know, and what's the trans partner's opinion? Can we see the trans partner's opinion, please? What if they don't give a fuck? What if they know? What if it's a kink? That is a thing. I can direct you to places I unfortunately found where the kink is being misgendered.
Matt and Ryan are just giant fucking assholes that only care about themselves and SuperMega and Matt's little pop star career. That's the only important thing. It's...
Yeah, maybe you'd be more successful if you were like them. Okay? But that's what they're like. So, I won't ask them to babysit my kids. Like, what? Blah, 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 blah. And therefore what?
You guys, like, I took a picture with Don at Creator Clash last year with him having a nosebleed, and it's like me, like, putting my fist up, and I was like, just kick Don's ass or something like that. But, like, I had no fucking clue what he actually did in that moment. Now I'm just like, dude, I genuinely wish I would have known so I could have hit him. I'm a pacifist. I'm not someone that believes in violence. But when it comes to sex abuse, that is such a serious thing that, like, I can't fucking handle the topic.
How about them filming your dick and balls? How about them busting in on you? I'm going to say this over and over again. You alleged they busted in on you in the bathroom at work. Your boss busted in on you, filmed your genitals.
Sorry, you deserve to get your fucking ass beat. If you're a sex abuser, if you support sex abuse, if you are a sex abuse apologist, you are a... Bender, I see you. You're a giant fucking bitch.
Bro, you just said people who engage in sexual abuse, apologists for sexual abuse, etc., need to get their ass beat. And you spent multiple parts of this video describing how Matt and Ryan either sexually abuse people or downplay it. My brother in Christ, you went from I'm scared to get sued because I signed a non-disparagement clause to inciting violence against your former employers. What the fuck?
I really want to thank everybody for giving me this opportunity to talk.
You're welcome.
Right now.
I've done my part. I've done my part by sharing this video with my audience. You're welcome, Leighton. You're welcome anytime.
Being able to...
Wait, the first thing he said, how much it means to him? Can I just read... Wait.
I love you all. I hope this is I hope it is sincere for me, but I hope you all I hope you believe me how much my career means to me.
I hope you believe me when I say how much my career means to me. What the fuck statement is that? I hope you believe me when I say how much my career means to me. Jesus
how much
Christ.
All of you mean to me.
Holy
Being
shit.
able... Thank you for giving me this chance to talk to you guys today. Thank you for listening to me. If you don't believe me still, I'm sorry. I'm not lying. I have no reason to lie. It's...
I have no reason
sometimes
to lie.
the YouTubers that you grow up watching...
Literally as people giving you money for this stream slides past in chat. Gifted sub, gifted sub, gifted sub, gifted sub, gifted sub. I have no reason to make shit up. Not true. Literally, that doesn't... Oh, look, making money on the internet, saying something, that doesn't mean you're lying. But if you say, I have no reason to lie, are you stupid? Of course you could be lying to get money. You know that. Even if you're telling the truth, you know that could be happening, right? You know that a person could do this. You know that could have been a motivation if you weren't telling the truth. Don't say, I have no reason to lie, if it's so obvious that there would be reasons, potentially, even if you're not.
The entertainment industry is a bug light for fucking narcissists. And
Bud Light for narcissists?
You are going to find so many... But the positive side is I've met people like Ethan is Online, and Lex, and Sam, and Ian from H3. And those people have such pure fucking hearts.
Oh,
and
fuck.
Like,
that's Ian?
the type of shit that inspires you to keep... I don't talk about this much, but
did he say Ian? at H3. Or did he say Ethan? Because it's Ethan Klein, right? Am I losing my shit? Did he say Ethan or Ian? Or is there an Ian at H3? Because it sounded like he said Ian at H3.
Having my hair visible
Ian's
for you guys right now is a big deal for me,
okay.
if you didn't know this. I have a show that I'm working on that I'm going to release soon called Only Bricks, where I interview OnlyFans models in weird situations, and I let them pick a fun Lego set. And I want to give these people who get so much hate online because dumbass incels say they're hot girls that have no personality, or they just say that they're people that just rely on their looks. I think that's such a dumb idea.
And I'm going to show you that they can handle playing Lego.
Lex is episode 1. Lex is the OG. I will say, for the entire duration or the existence of Only Bricks, I will say that Lex will always be the person that deserves and gets the ability to, like, I want her to be my first episode that goes live. I want her to be on every season.
He gets to play Lego.
Like,
is he good? Does he do good stuff? Is he just like a weirdo and then the stuff he makes is good? Or is this going to be... I wonder if he uploaded any. Because he's recorded an episode. No idea. Don't know how to find it. Or find his channel.
I want to actually have a true safe space for queer people. And I'm so fucking disappointed. And there are so many... And I'm not, like, if you're not queer, I feel bad for you still that, like, you were lied to by Matt and Ryan. But I do hope you understand, like, what it's like to potentially be queer baited into thinking that this is a safe community. So if you guys don't know how to handle this Matt and Ryan situation...
Dude, this is like a retardation shockwave. It slowed down and now it's just pouring over me.
I'm so sorry that you were hurt by Matt and Ryan. I'm sorry that I didn't have the balls to risk being sued and to speak up.
Are you going to say I'm sorry I don't have the balls to name the famous YouTuber I just claimed raped me? Is you going to apologize for that as well?
This is not a push for me to try to get clout. I'm fucking terrified right now.
I hope you understand this isn't a push for clout. By the way, check out my new series. Also, go watch Lex's video. By the way, Lex will be the first guest on my new series. Okay, dude. By the way, the only thing I care about on Earth is my career. Nice.
It eats me the fuck up knowing that there are all these people that support these guys and just throw money at them because they think that they're representing a community and that they're doing good things when they're misgendering trans people that they love and making fun of people that killed themselves. That
they're misgendering trans people that they love. Do you think there is a possibility that you don't understand what's happening?
Anything and everything was on the table, no matter what your race or your identity or your no matter what, like, you could be made fun of by those guys.
So they don't discriminate. He's backing them up again. When he said, oh, they just like anything juvenile, the more juvenile the better. And now he's saying, no matter what, you're on the table to be made fun of. So they're not bigoted, they're not hiding malice towards minorities or protected groups. They just make fun of everyone and they have a juvenile sense of humor. Okay, nice. Okay, so this is what they said.
I will, if you all want my personal opinion, that is just my personal opinion. I believe that SuperMega is a toxic business that represents nothing good, nothing positive, and the foundation that channel is built on is fucking lies. And
was it Ryan or was it Matt, he said, committed sex crimes against you? Are you not going to say that again?
Please give Justin the opportunity to make content outside of SuperMega. Justin is a very young man. He's the youngest person out of everyone. And he was a fan of SuperMega as well. And we all need to remember that Justin was a fan before his job and that he was manipulated by Matt and Ryan for many years. I spoke to Justin today for the first time since I was fired in February. I believe that Justin has made ignorant comments in the past, but he's a young man that grew up online and is influenced by the two guys that he was so massively...
They controlled him. Yo, he's doing the damage control for the next person they want to come out and make a statement. They're doing preemptive damage control. Preemptive anti-canceling to get another ally. They're reaching out, being like, bro, we'll cover for you. We'll tell them you were mind-controlled by the gamers.
Give Justin the benefit of the doubt to create his own content, because I swear to God, Justin Buttlag, that's his legal name, actually. Sorry, buddy. I hate to ruin you and actually identify you, but would take time to ask me if I was okay.
Why is he saying sorry if it wasn't a dox?
Give him the support and encouragement to focus on making content for himself, because that's where his true talent shines, and Matt and Ryan do not deserve Justin. He is such a good editor and is such a funny guy. So
No, he should be working on only bricks.
I hope nothing but the best for Justin. I'm willing to believe that they're looking at this whole situation right now saying, poor me. So fuck those guys. I'll say that with a lot of confidence right now.
Look, Leighton,
fuck
this isn't
SuperMega.
how you do React content. You can't do React content by making up what you think people are saying. You have to do what I'm doing. You find the video of the person saying the things, and then you make fun of them. You can't just make up, oh, I bet there's some guy saying some really dumb thing. He's such an idiot. No, you have to actually find the video, okay? It's very low effort, but there is some effort involved, okay?
I just hope that I've proven to you all that I'm not a liar. I didn't lie about suicide.
You haven't proven anything. You've just made tons of claims. What do you mean?
If you were at the pop-up shop,
Sevmika in his chat says, thank you for keeping us safe by letting us know these are dangerous fucking people, especially to us queer folk. He didn't name the man who raped him, the famous YouTuber who raped him. What do you mean, thanks for keeping us safe and telling us about these people? Thanks for keeping us safe and not telling us about the YouTuber who rapes gays. As a queer, this is very important for me to know.
that wasn't really a thing. They were just...
What a fucking moron. He's getting all these subs and stuff. Did you know on Throne.com you can get people who watch you to give you sick shit like a yo-yo? Or a box of sick snacks like an ice cream burger? What is he even doing? I don't even have to make up stories about people filming my cock. You can film my cock, it's a good cock. It's just if you sell it for money, you have to give me a cut.
The only way we're going to stop people from abusing their position of power over others is to...
to give me as much power as possible. Dessert burger? Yeah. It's a pair of Turkish buns, and the idea is you put lots of ice cream between the buns and then eat it like a burger.
People can't keep fucking getting away with that type of shit. It's
He
so
can't
bogus.
keep getting
we saw
away
the
with
entertainment ability,
Look,
and people get away
Siffy,
with everything.
look.
And
They weren't gonna mail me ice cream. They weren't gonna mail me ice cream in a box, okay? Besides, they're Turkish. They're a bit... I don't know. We know from Hassan there's something funny going on with the Turkish. So when they sell you an ice cream burger... Also, it's kind of crazy that the picture on the front of the package shows 3 scoops of ice cream on top of the closed buns. I don't get it. Is that what you're meant to do? Put it on top of the closed buns? Very strange.
you should stay away from YouTubers. Here's the thing. I'm not going to stay away from content creators. I'm going to keep finding good content creators that I can collaborate with because, yeah, Too Mad's a big piece of shit.
Sorry, I saw that more views. Because that gets you the most views.
Literally, like,
collabs are really
just got called out
views.
for some shit and is going insanely. That man runs his business like a true.
So this is just nothing. This is just nothing. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I got sucked into another drama vortex. I hope you had a good time. Seems like you did. I certainly did. Very chill way to get through the second half of the stream. Whew. Become the new Sniper Wolf. I've added cosmetic surgery to my throne wish list.